Welcome everyone to Slow It Down Mama. This is a very simple, short, and sweet practice that's designed to quiet the mind and enhance our internal experience and internal awareness. So let's practice together. In this practice, you might find it handy actually to have 2 blocks, but if you don't, that's no problem at all. And perhaps a folded blanket as I'm seated on right now, maybe even a bolster if that's something that you have close by. Begin to find a comfortable seated position of choice, whatever that might be for you in this moment. And then once you've found that seat, rotate your palms open to the sky and relax the backs of your hands down. And as the backs of your hands rest down, you might feel called to unite the index and thumb here into the mudra of wisdom. Then gently close down your eyes and do your best to soften the hold on the external experience and instead magnetize your awareness within. So to arrive fully in your body. Arrive in your body. There's nowhere else you need to be. And as you turn inward, begin to receive your innate alignment and relaxation. As you connect further into your seated position, and feel that the lower half of your body is grounded. There is an establishment at the base. And not only do you become cradled in the space of yourself, but you also become cradled by the support of Mother Earth beneath you. Never-ending support, being welcomed and received. And held here in center, invite your spine to grow quite long. A subtle lift through the center of your chest. And intentionally relax the shoulders back and down. Quiet down the expression on your face. Soften the jaw and the root of the tongue. Soften the eyebrows and your forehead. And gentle lift through the crown of your head. And even relax the edges of your body. Every edge along your body, what would that feel like? As though you almost soften into the experience of yourself. And soften into the experience of being held within the womb of yourself. The layers of womb within you. And as you remain in this space, receive the fullness that exists within every breath. Turn into your breath, the inhalation, the exhalation, and really offer yourself permission to dive into the spaciousness of your breath as it creates a spaciousness of this moment and every moment. The spaciousness of your full experience as the breath so effortlessly cleanses the body and the mind. And guides us to drift beyond our own mental boundaries into something greater, something grander. Something more vast, so that we can really begin to receive the fullness of our practice, everything that our practice has to offer. Find one more breath here. Softly unite your hands into prayer mudra in front of the heart space. The eyes close down. Continue to close down. And we'll open our practice here with a single Om. Feel free to join in at home if you'd like. Gather a long inhale. Inhale, prayer to third eye, the space between your eyebrows. Exhale, prayer to heart. Allow the thumbs to rest right on the center of your chest. And here in this moment, as you continue to turn your gaze within, reestablish the connection with your breath and offer your breath a little more length and a little more depth. As we continue to rest in the support of the breath. And if Ujjayi breathing is familiar with you, you might choose to slide right into Ujjayi breathing or Oceanic breathing. This gentle narrowing through the center of the throat as we discover these long, deep inhales through the nose with an audible sound. And long, deep exhales through the nose with an audible ha sound. An enhanced breath to align the body and the mind as we continue to slow down. Still following your breath, with your next inhale, sweep both arms overhead to the sky. Grow long through the spine. You might choose to open the eyes or keep the eyes closed. Exhale, lower your arms down beside your body as the fingertips connect to the earth. One more time, inhale, fill the body and rise. And exhale, lower the fingertips back down to the earth. From here, place your hands onto your knees or your lap, depending on your seated position. You might also choose to adjust your seated position. Seated cat-cow Madhyasana. Inhale, slowly draw the heart forward, a gentle arch of the spine. Option to open through the throat if that serves the neck. And exhale, deep round through the spine as you tuck the chin towards the chest. Inhale to roll yourself forward. Shoulder blades melt down. And exhale, deep round of spine. And continue just like that on your own. As we massage the spine with movement. With mindful movement, as the breath becomes the guide of your movement. The inhalation initiates the motion forward. The exhalation initiates the motion back. And as we continue to attune our awareness with the breath, as it supports the movement of the body, then the mind continues to soften and the waves of thought relax, even if it's just for a moment. Getting to experience the quality of being. This quality of enhanced presence that recharges us, reunites us, and that we are worthy of. Find 3 more rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, guide yourself back to a neutral spine and seated. And exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, draw both arms overhead to the sky. Once again, we find space through the upper body, through the torso. Side bend to the right side. Exhale, right fingertip or palm lands on the earth. Left arm up and over. Gently roll the heart open. Soften both shoulders away from the ears. And choose a gaze that supports the neck. Maybe to the earth, maybe to the front wall, maybe to the sky. Invite your left sit bone to root as deeply as the right sit bone. So we continue to become cradled here by Mother Earth, and then to establish that same quality within us. We can also become the cradle of all other beings. The cradle of life force on earth. One more breath. Inhale, float back through center, both arms overhead to the sky, we rise. Exhale, side bend to the left side, fingertips or palm lands onto the earth. Right arm extends up and over. I'm your mirror image here. Roll the heart open. Soften both shoulders away from the ears. Anchor the right sit bone as deeply as the left. Tune into your appropriate gaze, whatever direction that might be, and find breath. Two more breaths here. Inhale, float all the way back up through center, both arms overhead. Make your way to tabletop on exhale. So we can either draw ourselves forward or unravel the legs and make our way forward from there into a tabletop. Face the front of your mat. Feel free to use any extra padding that you might like, whether it's blanket or a doubled up mat, rolled up mat. Stack the wrists under the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. 3 more rounds of cat-cow here in tabletop. Inhale, gently tilt the pelvis up as we ripple and arch through the spine. Heart draws forward, an option to gaze up. Exhale, tilt the pelvis under, round through the spine, tuck the chin to chest. Inhale. Mindful movement, exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Neutral spine, inhale. Walk the hands forward just an inch or two and guide your knees wider than hip distance. On the exhale, a wide leg downward dog, tuck the toes, begin to lift the knees and sweep your seat to the sky. Now you might choose to keep the knees bent. You might prefer to straighten through the legs, or maybe invite some movement to walk the dog. In your downward dog position, broaden the shoulder blades, feel broad through the chest, relax the head and the neck. Soften the jaw once again. Soften the gaze, whether it's inner and outer. And find just one more breath here. Inhale, place those knees back down to the earth. Return to your tabletop position. Readjust your alignment as needed, if needed. From tabletop, inhale, lengthen your right leg back, three-legged tabletop. Wide leg lunge, exhale. Place the right foot to the outside of your right hand. And you may need to step that right foot up a couple of times. From here, tuck your back toes and shimmy your back left knee a little further back, just to a distance that works well for you for low lunge. And here we're going to remain. Feel the spine lengthen out of the pelvis. Draw the right hip slightly back, left hip forward. So there's some stability here surrounding the pelvis. And if the palms to the earth is a little too much, we could tent the fingers. We could find a fist position, or alternatively, if we have blocks or some sort of prop, we could place our palms onto a prop. Just 5 breaths. Full deep breathing. Breathe into your body. So that breath is your continual support. Now, if your hands happen to be on blocks, you can keep the blocks just as they are, or you could move them temporarily to the side. Back toes are still tucked. Shimmy your back knee a little closer in. With an exhale, sweep your right leg back to tabletop. Now here you might want to find a bit of movement from side to side with the hips. So we bring balance into the body. Find your tabletop once again. Inhale, lengthen the left leg back, this time three-legged tabletop. Wide leg lunge, exhale. Step that left foot to the outside of your left hand. Take your time, take a couple steps if you need. Tuck the back toes, shimmy that little back knee, the right knee, a little further back, just to a point that works well for you for a lunge. And then we might stay here as we draw the spine out from the pelvis. Feel the left hip draw back, the right hip draw forward. They're squared and stable through the lower body. So we're maintaining that stability at all times here. And then some of us might choose to lift up onto our blocks. And 5 breaths. Beautiful. From here, again, you might keep the blocks where they are if you'd like that support, or you might choose to move your blocks to the side. Shimmy your back knee a little further in as you inhale, and exhale, Left leg will draw back. We return to tabletop. Once again, offer yourself a bit of movement, maybe some rotations, maybe some circles. It can be very organic, what the body feels called to do. Beautiful. And from your tabletop expression, make your way back to seated on the sit bones. You can either draw to the side or cross at the ankles to sit back. From here, the sit bones to the floor, lengthen both legs out in front of you for the moment. And you might actually want to sit on the edge of a folded blanket if you find that it's a little bit challenging to sit directly onto the earth. Awaken your feet, spread through the toes. And from here, guide your right leg out to the side. And the left leg, we're going to bend at the knee, offer that leg a little bit of rotation or rock, and place the heel towards center. We're in a half wide angle position or a half bound angle position. Now in this variation, ensure that your right leg and foot remain active as well as the left. So we'll spread through the toes. We'll find some engagement there. Feel that the hip is rotating open, that supports the knee, and we're no longer twisting or torquing the knee. And as our right foot is active, that long leg is active, we even root the heel down. So we're feeling some strength. We're connecting into some strength through the lower half of the body. In the joints, some support. Inhale here, grow a little longer through the spine. And on exhale, we'll bow ourselves down just through center. Now again, if you have blocks, you might choose to place your hands onto the blocks. Alternatively, you could place the forearms onto either thigh, if that works for you. And invite yourself to once again fold inward. So you might choose to close the eyes here, to really relax the gaze. Focus on your breath and breathe into the areas of your body that are calling your attention. And of course, if you're pregnant and practicing this practice with me, along with me, you might choose to draw only to about 75% of your capacity in every posture, to bring a little more balance to the effect of the hormones in your body. Let's do your best to maintain the opening through the chest rather than a deep round in the spine, so the lungs continue to find their capacity. We can continue to access that deep breathing that ultimately is one of the most, if not the most, powerful way to shift the state of the mind. One more breath. With your next inhale, and perhaps helping hands, guide your torso all the way back up. We release any fold that might have been there. And from here, extend your left leg out to the side. I'm going to bend our right leg, and you might want to find some more rotations here. Of course, feel free to adjust your position as you need. When you're ready, you can guide that heel towards center. And we're still active through the legs, through the feet, spread through the toes. You can feel that left heel root down as we encourage the knee to remain aligned, pointed up towards the sky rather than rolling in or rolling out. Gather an inhale here, grow a little longer through the spine, and on your exhale, bow yourself down. Again, you might choose to place the hands or the forearms on a block or a couple of blocks. You might choose to place the forearms onto either thigh. Wherever you are, just ensure that that position is sustainable and supportive of your body. Invite the breath to flow through you into the areas of sensation as we feed the body with breath, pranic breath, mindful breath. Find one more breath here. And slowly inhale, guide the torso back to an upright position. Use helping hands as needed. From here, guide your extended leg back through to center. We can extend out the right leg as well. Offer the legs a little shake, just a little bit of release, maybe some side swivels, maybe even bend at the knees and swivel the leg side to side. Then draw yourself to center stillness. We're going to lower ourselves down onto the left side of the body. And if you have a folded blanket, you might actually find that a folded blanket will be useful here. So we're going to lower down onto the side of our body for a short Shavasana. And in this short Shavasana, you might choose to place something between the legs. You could use your top arm as a support for the head, or rather the bottom arm, and the top arm can simply relax. So we're drawing ourselves down. Maybe you choose to have some extra padding underneath the hips or on your mat. And just lower yourself into this side position. So in pregnancy, in our yoga practice for Shavasana, we invite ourselves to draw to the left side of the body. And here we can begin to relax the breath even more. If you are tuned into an Ujjayi breathing, you can release that effort and allow the breath to grow even more subtle, even more quiet. Softly closing down the eyes. Inviting the body to grow still, the edges of the body to relax. Remain here just for a few minutes. Give yourself permission to draw inward, to find stillness, and to be. And I'll invite you back when it's time. And as you rest, slowly guide awareness back into your whole body. Guide awareness back into the smoothness of your breath. The inhalation, the exhalation. Draw a little movement into your fingers and your toes. As the body wakes up, and as you're ready, with the support of your top arm, that top hand roots down into the earth. Begin to guide yourself back to an upright position. Take your time with care for your body, so to eventually find a comfortable seated position. And as you find your comfortable seat, relax the eyes closed while the spine grows long. The breath is very soft and very quiet. Just invite your focus to align fully with the softness of your breath. The inhale and the exhale. Follow your breath with a deep inner sincerity. As though each wave of breath is like a cradle that rocks you into ease, rocks your whole body into ease. And rocks the life force within you into ease and peace. One more breath. And place your left palm to the center of your chest and the right palm onto the belly. And feel that the breath feeds the heart space and its qualities into the navel center. Into your womb. And here we'll seal with a final Om. Feel free to join in if you'd like. Inhale. Unite your hands into prayer. Inhale, guide prayer to third eye. Honor your intuition, your inner knowing, your inner wisdom. Exhale, prayer to heart. Drop into your own self-compassion, self-care. And the light in me bows to the light in all of you. Namaste. Right, thank you so much for joining in and sharing your practice, your breath, your presence, and the quality behind your mindfulness. If you have any questions or comments, you can always let me know below. And I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you again soon. Namaskar.